thanks for joining Sales with Suli, a mom of 3 who spent the last 12 summers knocking doors. Welcome to my podcast where I talk about all things women, the ups and downs of my journey, and what it takes to find success on and off the doors. Enjoy this episode. Welcome back, friends, to this week's episode. The person that I have today, a ton of you has been like, when are we going to get her on? And she's like one of the most busiest people that I know. So I'm super stoked to be able to have Kylee Fronk. It's Fronk, right?
Yes.
Well,
Allred now.
Okay. Aw, it's not as cool. Kylee Allred.
No, you can still say Kylee Fronk Allred.
Okay, there we go. Kylee Fronk Allred. Yeah, it's just been super fun to be able to like see what you guys are doing in the alarm space and in the industry. But Kylee, so yes, we have Kylee here with us today, and I kind of want you to share your background. Like, how did you get in alarms? Like, how did you get into sales? What year is this for you? Yeah, just give me your backstory.
Okay, yeah. So not a lot of people know this, but I actually tried alarms when I was 19.
Wait, and how old are you now?
I'm 30. Yeah. So
Kylee, you are 30?
Yeah.
First of all, you don't even look 30. Like, I legit thought you were still in your early 20s. Like, I'm 36. I thought black doesn't crack. Like, your skin looks good, girl.
Lots of makeup. So, well, thank you. No, yes, I'm 30. So, just hit 30 in April. But yeah, so I actually tried alarms when I was 19.
Wow.
It was when Vivint was Apex. Both of my brothers have been in the game for a really long time, and
are they still there?
Yeah. So my brother, Trevor, he's been with them for like 15 years. He's a partner there.
Cool.
Now my other brother, I manage with him. So his name's Brady. So he's been with them for like 12, 13 years. So a long time.
Wait, so this last summer, so did you run a team with your brother?
Yeah.
I don't know why I made the assumption that you ran a team with your hubby.
No,
this is all just you.
Enemies.
So Kylie's husband owns a pest control company. What's the name?
Ninefold
Pest Control.
Ninefold
Side note, but how long?
How long has he owned it?
Yeah, how long has he been doing that?
I don't know. Oh, he's been in the game for 17 years.
Okay. So he was doing pest control this last year, and you were doing alarms.
Yeah, well, he doesn't knock anymore. He's
on the smart side.
Yeah, he runs the place. He's the boss. But yeah, I always told myself I'd never date a bug boy. But what sold me was that he doesn't sell anymore, and he's a man, not a boy. So I was like, I'll let this one slide.
This is so funny. But yeah, okay. So you ran and managed a team with your brother. Okay, so you dabbled in alarms when you were 19. So how many years consistently have you done alarms?
So I actually tried it when I was 19. I went on a preseason trip, and I remember we were in California. I think it was Bakersfield. I don't know. It was horrible. It was snowing. Yeah, in California, I was bawling on the curb. I lasted about 3 hours.
Like most of us.
Yeah. And I was like, call my brother. You can come get me. I don't think this is for me. And, but yeah. And so I tried it. And then fast forward, when I was, 25.
Okay. So you only tried at 19 and then you stopped.
And then I did
then you
other
came back
stuff.
at 25.
Yeah. So
cool.
For me, so I see a lot of young bucks in the game, right? I have a lot of young girls that have started this at 19.
Yeah.
But for me, I was a completely different person at 19 than when I was
25.
25. Yeah. I was the type that wanted to go to college just to find my husband. Like, I wanted to play. Like,
that's like a lot of people in Utah.
Yeah,
I
wasn't trying to make money. That wasn't even my thing. I actually only wanted to work for Apex to find guys. So I really didn't even want to.
She went to the right spot.
I wanted to work at One Stop because the One Stop girls, they got to be with all the hot alarm guys all the time. So that's actually the only reason I tried it when I was 19.
This is so funny because my next episode I was going to be talking about relationships in this space.
But yeah, and then I've done everything. I've gotten into like every type of field you can do, medical field, all that stuff. And then when I was 25, just some stuff happened. Like my life took a 180. I got laid off at this real estate. I was working on getting my real estate license, and I had just grown up a lot. I had done a lot. I nannied in New York for 4 years, and I lived in Italy for a while. Like I just grew up a lot, you know? And my sister had just got married, and her husband were going to go try it, right, for summer. And Tara, her name's Tara, she's like, come out and sell. I was like, I don't know. Remember when I tried it? I was 19. I just didn't do very well. And I actually had to kind of beg my brothers to let me try it. I asked my brother, I was like, because there was nothing left for me in Utah. I wasn't dating anyone. I didn't really know what to do. And I always knew I was capable of more than what I was doing, but I didn't want to go to school. There wasn't like a special degree I wanted to get in, but I was like, man, I know I'm capable. I'm worth more than $15 an hour. And I just couldn't find that. I'm like, what could I do to really maximize my potential? Because I was like a executive assistant for a real estate guy, and I was getting him juices all the time. And I'm like, dude, someone should be getting me juices, okay?
Someone should be getting Kylee juices.
No, I'm just kidding. But I just was like, man, I just am worth so much more than this, you know? Like, what ended up being horrible, I was so embarrassed because I got laid off, and some other things happened. I thought I was going to go on The Bachelor, and I made it to the final round, and then I got laid off, and they told me I didn't make it all at the same time.
Oh, so you were like, okay, what else is there? Can I fill out?
I was planning on getting my real estate license, and I was like, if I get my real estate license, to go on The Bachelor.
Which episode of The Bachelor?
It was Nick Vale's season, which I'm glad I didn't make it on, you know, because Juice Tiger. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'll get my real estate license. I'll get on TV. I'll, get all this publicity and get my, do real estate. Anyways, literally, I got the call, and they pulled me into the office at the same time. And I just remember what the heck? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life. And then that's kind of what turned me to summer sales. And I asked my brother, I was like, hey, let me go they were going on a blitz to Hobbs, New Mexico.
Okay.
And I was like, please just let me try it. Like, give me a chance. Like, I know I've grown up a lot. I think I'll do better this time. And he's like, all right. So I went on a blitz. I didn't sell, but I knocked, but I didn't get a sell, but I could handle it.
Objection a lot better.
And at that moment, I told myself that I'm all in. I don't care how much I sell. Like, I don't care if I don't sell. And this was at 25. Yeah. I was like, I'm all in. I'm going out for the summer. Even though I didn't get a sell, it was cold, freezing. I was like, I'm all in this summer. I don't care if I get 10. I don't care if I don't sell any for a month. Like, I am not leaving. Yeah. Like, I'm 100% in. And that's when I had fully committed. And kind of the difference of when I tried at 25, 19, I was all in at 25. 19,
like, just the mindset was just different.
My mindset was completely different.
So when you did that at age 25, so had you been doing alarms every year since then?
No.
Okay, so tell me about that. Yeah, because I guess I followed and I'd watched like this. No, but I'm saying from 25 to right now.
Oh,
so when you started in 25, you've been doing Vivint every year since then. Okay, so that's what I want to know about. There's a lot of women in the space who are kind of like you and I, we're in it. So it's just like, how are you continually like growing? So tell me about your stats and your numbers and like how well that you've done like over the years in comparison to this last year. I think you guys team like won a bunch of stuff and you guys just did like amazing. So what was like the differences in like stats in between?
I think it's just, with every year, the whole point, what I take from this is growth, right?
Yeah.
And every year you get better and better. So I always take your first year as kind of your investment year.
Yes.
Right?
I love that. Yeah, it's your investment year.
Your investment year. You're going to school. You're getting your 4-year degree in business and in sales, in one summer.
Yeah.
And the positive note is you get some money, right?
Yeah.
You actually made some money by going to school.
Yeah.
Because what you learn in door to door, you just cannot learn in a classroom.
It's
right?
true. And like, as you're talking about like investments, if we look at people who are going to college, going to school and getting like all these degrees, they're going into debt. They're investing their time, they're investing their money and their space for 4 years. Like, how many women, men, just people, period, they hear door to door, all commissions, and it's just like, I'm all out. But you're willing to go get credit cards. You're willing to go to school. You're willing to go and take out like student loans, but you can't go have one investment year that's going to basically catapult you for forever.
This is the most stable job I've ever had in my whole life. Wow. Like way more. This is something that you can take. Like, I know that whatever happens, like if I had lost like everything, like all my money, say he lost like his business or whatever.
We can go and knock
I know
doors,
I can go
right?
knock doors right now.
Yes.
I know. Put me in the neighborhood and I know I can go knock doors and I know I can sell and I know I can make money.
We know that the bills are going to get paid.
100%. Like there's no better job stability than door to door, like mastering the door to door.
I love that you brought that up. So tell me about like this past summer. Like, what were your like numbers? Like, how did you do? Like your team, because you helped manage. So you, not only were you like an experienced rep, but you were running a team with your brother. How many people were on your guys' team? Like, how'd you do? How'd they do?
We actually had a really big team this year. We had about 60 reps.
Wow.
Yeah, by the end of the summer, you kind of like lose some, but
of course,
we still probably. Well, actually, start of the summer we had like 70 something reps.
Whole in one office?
Yeah, we were really big, and then probably by the end of the summer, it was maybe we had like 50, 60. But yeah, it was me and my brother. His name is Kylee Fronk, and then Sam Peak. We all, because our team was so big, we all managed. We
together.
All did it. So we just split all the overrides, everything, just because we wanted to make sure everyone got attention, right? Cool. We didn't want reps falling through the crack. We didn't want, because a lot of times some people will be like, oh, well, that's not my guy, so I don't need to help them.
Yeah.
You know, and if that person's not in their downline, they're like, well, I'm not getting benefits, so why do I need them to shadow me? You know, or things like that. And so where we had so many people, we were like, hey, we want to make sure that we just make sure everyone's getting the help. And
so what were some things that you guys were doing on your team to ensure that a team this big was getting the attention that they needed?
Well, we just, so the leadership, so obviously there was like the main managers, but when we had leadership, right? And we gave everyone roles. And then we met every Sunday to go over, where's everyone at, who's struggling. We go over numbers. If a rep hadn't sold maybe 2 days in a row, they they shadowed one of us,
cool.
And don't get me wrong, it was hard. Like we didn't do it perfectly, but we tried to just distribute roles and everything. And especially these young managers coming up, we want them to really practice, right? Get the practice of being an example to like their guys. And
being a mentor.
Yeah.
How'd you do? Like, what were your numbers? I mean, you were getting prepped to get married and like all these things.
It was a crazy summer. But I ended up finishing funding like $315.
So we don't, the rest of us don't know what funding means.
Okay, so there's like funding means that's counting cancels and like unfunded accounts. So there's people that will like. So I don't know, pest control, sometimes people will say like they serviced this much, but they didn't
really. So we say service because that was after cancel. So for pest control, yes. So I'll say like I serviced 1,012 accounts, but I sold 1,200.
Yeah.
So yours is you funded.
Yeah. Okay. So I installed like 350,
and that's like a freaking big deal.
But I hate it when people say numbers that like aren't actually accurate to just.
So you're telling me that your numbers aren't accurate to bluff? Just tell me.
No,
your
I'm
numbers.
Saying that's why I said funded.
Got it. Okay, so yours are after cancels and installs.
Yeah, so
360. Like that is big.
Yeah. Well, so funded was like 315.
Yeah, but
before
300
like
period
yeah.
in alarms.
So, 300.
Yeah, because people don't even do 100 alarm accounts in 4 months.
Yeah.
So for you to fund 315. Like, yes, girl. Yeah, you did it. Like, how many did you, when you were 25, how many did you do that first year?
My first year, I ended up, I always say funding.
Sorry. Now that we defined it, say it. Yeah.
Well, it's a habit, which I guess is a good habit.
Yeah.
I funded 126.
So even like your first summer that you're like serious, you did a little above average, because isn't the alarm industry like the average is like less than 100 accounts?
Yeah. On average, first year's like 50 accounts.
So for you to do 120 funded, 25 first year, and then fifth year, you're still there in alarms, and then you fund 315 accounts. These are the reasons that I'm like, we need more women like in this space period, whether it's going to be dish or alarms or internet or solar. Just hearing that you're a little bit older and looking back to where you've matured to now, like, what kept you around in door to door? Obviously, we know like the money for sure, but was that your sole motivation?
Honestly, no. And it really, like, the money's good, but I'm not like a big spender. I'm not like a flashy person.
Same.
Like, my husband loves this about me. My backpack's from Target, and I've used it for like 3 years.
Yeah, like my little Gucci backpack I bought from like a little like girl who was selling it for like $30.
I just so it's honestly like, yeah, I like the financial stability to like do whatever I want and not worry about it. And if I want something, I can get it.
You don't have to look at the price
I don't even
tag.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just
what
like,
I
oh yeah, I want that. Yep. But my biggest thing, so I played sports growing up. And
which sport?
So I played basketball, softball, and volleyball.
Oh my gosh. So of course you'd be good
my
in
whole
sales.
life and through high school, everything. And so I'm a very competitive person. I love sports, everything like that. And so for me, going to door to door, it was like putting me back into a sports team.
I love it.
And because that I love the grind for like, I love team, right? And that's what we tried to build, like our foundation on our team is like, it's a sports team, right?
Yeah.
And you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for each other. And that's what I love the most about door to door is I love the grinds and I love the competition.
Well, and obviously you're doing stuff outside, off the doors to be able to compete at that high level. So like, what separates you from like another, you know, girl on your team or another girl in like the industry or whatever? Like, what were you doing off the doors that you felt like was basically just going to help you in just selling better and doing better in every aspect?
So I don't read books. I don't.
Kylee.
I really don't. People are like, what books do you read? I'm like, the Book of Mormon. I don't know. That's not it. Because I have ADD, so when I read, I'm like thinking of something else. So, yeah. So for me, it's just complete. Like my mindset, I'm so obsessed, and that's why I only do summers because I can't get in that obsessive mindset year round.
No, same,
not at all. And for me, it's just like my first year, it was everyone told me I couldn't do it. So and that was my why. Yeah. And I wanted to prove everyone wrong. And then after that, it was just what I wanted was just to be better. And I wanted more. And I wanted to be the number one female. And I'd pick people that I wanted to be. And I was looking at their stats.
Were you the number one female this last year at Vivint?
Yes.
Go girl. And this is why people are like, get Kylee on there.
No, there's a lot. The thing is now there's so many girls doing it, and there's a ton of girls at Vivint that kill it.
Yeah.
And just in the game, I know a lot of girls. I have a lot of friends that do it. Like, you kill it. There's just, you can't even say it's a male-dominated industry anymore because so many girls are doing it.
Yes, and there definitely are a lot more girls doing it, but not enough staying. And so that's the difference and that's the awareness that I'm wanting to bring by bringing other women like you onto the show who are going to be able to, you know, share your stories and your experience for the simple fact that you've been around for 5 years consistently. You're doing the thing, top female over there at Vivint, and you do things a little bit different. You're not reading books. You're not doing these things, but you're obsessed during a time that you need to be. And how many of us during the summertime are making excuses like, oh, my mom this or my dog this or whatnot. I'm sure you put all those aside to make sure that you were going to be hitting your goals during the summer. I did have a few people, though, who was like, can we have Kylee give her initial approach if she was on the door? So I'm going to be your customer, and you're going to...
my door approach?
Yes.
Man, I don't even know if I know it anymore.
This was just like a month ago. Let's see if I even know mine.
I don't even know if I know my door approach. Let's see.
No pressure. You just knock on the door, and I'll be your customer. And just the initial, nothing crazy or anything. Well, people think that top people say things different, and we don't. We just work harder than you. That's all.
100%. Like the number one rep at Vivint, I like look up to him so much, and like I've heard his approach, send me things. I'm just like, man, he doesn't even say anything different.
Exactly.
It's just pure confidence.
Yes. Okay.
That's just what it is. It's not why you say it, it's how you say it.
Yes.
All right, so.
Hey.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm not interested. I'm good.
I know. I'm so sorry to bother you. Are you the homeowner, though?
Today I am. Not sure about tomorrow.
Maybe not tomorrow. Yeah, I get it. So my name's Kylee. I'm actually out here at Vivint. Has any of your neighbors told you what we're doing? Maybe see me on the neighborhood Facebook?
No, I don't do Facebook. But yeah, I see those little cameras.
So we're doing a promotion with all our new smart home stuff, right? We get a lot of business here just from word of mouth, and we get a lot of business obviously from our signs. Especially when new people come in, they see our sign, they're kind of more inclined to go with what their neighbors have. We got some new stuff, and we're trying to get it out. We got a brand new 4K doorbell camera. The biggest thing is that it has like the package theft protection. Let's see. How long have you lived here for?
I've lived here for a while, and I just don't think that we need a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Here it's a pretty good neighborhood.
Yeah, and that's why we're here. I always knock nice neighborhoods. But the biggest interest has been the doorbell camera just because it has the package theft protection. You probably order packages, Amazon, things like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the most common thing is petty theft. So what's nice is, obviously, you've seen the Ring and all these doorbell cameras on TV. What's nice is when you get a package, it'll notify you. You can actually choose to protect your package. So then if someone came up to your door, it'll actually whistle at them.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so like... camera recording. Kind of scare them off. Yeah. Okay. Same with our outdoor cameras. Our outdoor cameras, what most people have been doing is either over their driveway or over their shops.
Yeah.
Just for, like I said, petty theft, cars, things like that. And our outdoor cameras also have the lurker to where if someone's lurking around your car, it'll beep at them, whistle at them, things like that. Right. But like I said, that's the best part. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Everyone, you kind of pick and choose what you'd like. We always start with the basic alarm. Make sure you're fully protected. Are you the one that kind of handles most of the decisions? Are you and your husband?
No, that's the hubby. I just kind of spend his money.
So you do make the decisions.
That was a good line. Yes. No, I love that.
Yeah.
And for those of you who can't see, I mean, you guys will see if you guys go on the YouTube one, but really good experienced reps are really good with their hands. And I'm just watching her just do this. It's just what's going to so you are bought in. Even on this little role play, she's just you have to go on the YouTube episode to watch her, but I'm stoked. I love it so much. You are just... you're just personable. You're just eye contact is there. Your hand gestures are there. Your head nods and smiles.
I feel like I could go knock a door now that I just did.
Yeah. But her little one-liners, those are what I'm big on. Things that'll catch you off guard. And I'm over here I don't take care of he doesn't. No. Yeah. So you are the one in charge. Yeah. That just totally caught me off guard. I love that.
You just always, most people knock in markets that get smashed, right? By door-to-door people. So you just want to be different than the other door-to-door person that knocked on their door.
I love that. No, it just makes sense why you were super successful this last summer. So what are your goals for this next year? Now that you're married, now that you have a hubby, he's running a pest thing, are you done? What are your goals? Yeah,
so I've thought a lot about it, because I'm okay, balance, priorities, things like that. I won't be doing full summers or anything like that, but I love what I do. I love the company. I truly believe in what I sell. And so, but my biggest thing is I love helping people.
Perfect.
I love seeing people grow. I love seeing people change, right? But in a good way. I love people just being confident. And so For me, I'll probably spend most of my time. So my brother, that's like regional, he'll kind of use me for maybe like a traveling trainer. Cool. I might actually, I'm gonna start getting more into like closing solar.
Cool. We'll definitely have to connect.
And then the alarms, obviously, I'll always
have that.
Always have the alarms, you know, and so I'll still help like man. I just won't be intense, and I won't move out for summers.
Yeah,
like,
so you just come and go as you please. If hubby's on a work trip, all right, I'll go and get some.
Exactly,
get some work done.
And then
I love it.
Yeah, and just kind of help, like even his company, like if people want help training, like that's the thing. I just love to help people, and so
I love it.
Yeah, and I love my Vivint family, and so that's why I can never leave. I have my family, and then my Vivint family.
My Vivint family, yes, everyone loves the orange.
It's not the money; it's my family.
It's the people.
That's the people, 100%.
That makes all the difference. Honestly, the people that you're around, like you have to love your team. You have to love your company. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm a lone wolf. I can do this by myself." Like you are not gonna last.
It's 100% culture.
Yeah, it really
Money
is.
only keeps people so far,
Yep.
but what really is going to keep and maximize is the culture.
I love it. But for our lady listeners out there, what are some tips that you want to leave behind to be able to, for those girls who are doing alarms, like what are some tips or what are some things that you would suggest that they continually do to find success?
So just know that what you're going through and like what you're experiencing, we've all experienced it.
Yes.
I've experienced it. You've experienced it. You're not the only person in door to door that is experiencing what you are experiencing on the doors. You're not the only one getting rejected, you know. But the difference of the females that continue to be successful is they push through that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times as females, we take things a little too personal.
Right.
And
period. With our team leaders, with our managers, with the yes.
Yep. And what I like, and my husband loves me because I'm kind of like a dude sometimes. And I'm telling you, the girls that I see the most successful, they think like a dude.
Yeah.
And it's obviously I have my girl.
Personally.
Yeah. Like I'm a girl. I still get emotional. I still cry. But man, you really have to just kind of think like a dude. Don't be dramatic. And don't get me wrong, there's dudes that are like girls. They're very...
I've had some.
I've had some as well. Like worse than managing girls. So, yes. But just don't be high maintenance. A lot of girls can be very high maintenance. And I just think, man, when my first year, we were staying in ghetto hotels.
Oh, yeah.
I had to sleep on a pull-out bed because I was a rookie. And my brother got his own bed. And, like, my other friend and I was, like, on this little pull-out bed on the door, in front of the door. So when people open the door, I hit my bed. And I'm like, sorry, I'm a rookie. And
but you still made things happen.
It makes crap happen.
We can
and
cuss,
these,
I think.
Like, these young bugs coming in, they're like, oh, we have to stay
at
the Hampton Inn Suites instead of the Hilton. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, sorry.
You and I are going to be friends.
Super 8, sleeping on front of their door. Like, they just don't. People need to be a little more grateful because they don't, especially, like, people have been doing it. You've done it way longer than I have.
Summer number 14.
But, yeah, so just females just kind of don't be high maintenance. Fit in with the dudes,
like,
you know? Yeah,
I don't say maybe like fit in with the dudes, but either get them to level up. But if they're doing better, yes, like fit in.
Yeah,
but definitely.
But just it's just and there'll be other girls on the team, hopefully that you can connect with, like, because a lot of time now there's not really just one girl on the team. Yeah. There's usually multiple, but yeah, I don't know, and just remember that it gets easier. It
does with time. Kylee, you are amazing. Like, we definitely have a lot more in common than I anticipated.
I'm so glad that I came.
Yes. And so for those of you women out there who are in alarms and door to door, wherever the heck, like just like Kylee and just like myself, like things get easier. You are not alone. You're not the only one who's out there getting rejected. You're not the only ones dealing with a boy band on your team. But there's a reason why the return is so high in door to door. Stick around, own it, and find out what success looks like. Before we get off on this episode, those of you guys who want to reach out with Kylee, go ahead and give us your how can we reach you if girls want to throw you their pitches and get some feedback or whatever. Share where we can find you.
I probably do best on Instagram, but I'm get really busy, so just message me multiple times.
Yes,
if I don't respond one time. No, seriously, I just keep messaging me, and I promise I'll get to you.
She will.
Even though I don't, I try to not be on social media a lot, but it's my Instagram's Kylee.Fronk, right? Is that what my
soon to be Allred?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't change my handle.
Yes, you can.
No, so it's Kylee.Fronk is my Instagram. That would probably be the best way.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks for giving us your time. I know that there's going to be plenty of girls in the alarm space who's just going to love your pitch and just love your story. So thanks for coming and
thanks for having me.
Yeah, and sharing this with us. And until next week, ladies and friends, I'll see you then. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. If I've added any kind of value to your thoughts on knocking doors, please share this podcast with another female rep. Until next time, know that you are capable, you are valued, and most importantly, you are enough.